In this video tutorial, we'll explain you the project Employee Income Tax and Payroll. It's a software project demo. So this is basically for academic interest. This project is very useful for BE, BCA, BSc students who are supposed to do a project as per their curriculum. So here, Employee Income Tax and Payroll. Why this project? What is the importance of this project? So any title when you select, the question is why? Why this title? So here income tax for employee is very important. So every employee who getting a particular salary has to pay the income tax, and when you paying the salary, they need to deduct the tax at the source itself. What is called as a TDS. So tax deducted at source. So therefore companies has to deduct the tax. So the what you call as a TDS. So therefore the scope is very wide. Every company who paying the salary, they need to do all these things and all. Because of the scope, you can select this project and you can implement this project, and it will have a wider scope. So definitely there is a good chance to get the job. Now let us understand what is payroll. So payroll is salary. So when you work for a company, so this is a company. So company has to pay the salary for you. So company. So people who work in company are employees. So here are the employees. So employee will get the salary. So if your salary is above the income tax limit, or then they need to deduct the TDS from your salary. Deduct the TDS. And then pay the rest of the salary. That is the take home salary. Now how to do this, how to deduct the TDS is the main question. So in this project we'll explain the concept TDS, like how to deduct the tax based on your salary. I'll show the project to you, then you'll understand the whole concept. Then you can try to write this project using Visual Basic, or you can also use any other language to write this project. So here first I'll show the forms. What are the forms are there in this project? So these are the forms which are using in the project. So one is the main is we start with the flash screen. After that we go to login form. Then okay, let me change the color. Fine. So let me change the ink color. So let me take red. Okay, fine. So here is a login form. So after login form, we take to MDA parent. There we will enter the employee details. Then we apply the salary details. Okay, salary entry. Then we'll enter the attendance, employee attendance. Then we'll generate the salary. After that, you need to pay the salary pay form. Then we have a salary report, income tax report. So these two are the reports, and then TDS report. 3 reports are there in this particular project. And the tables, we are using Microsoft SQL Server as a backend in this project. And here are the tables: department table, basic salary table, employee detail table, employee salary table, and login user table. Once you run the project, so here are the main options. Here is the employee basic details, employee salary details, employee attendance, salary generation, then based on that there is a report. And here I pasted the tables. So these are the tables which are using in this project, and these are the forms. When you click the employee basic details, it will go to the employee basic details form. So here is the employee detail form. This form will be opened. So I'll show the demo. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. So here is a Visual Studio. So this is on Visual Studio 2019. You can download this version from the Microsoft website if you don't have the Visual Studio in your system. Then, so you need to plan, and then you have to start writing the project. First you need to select the project title. So this is the employee income tax. Then these are the forms. So in order to create the forms, you can go to project menu and click add forms. So Here we'll have a different types of forms. Here is the one, so what we required, form, Windows form, and you have to give the proper name here and then click add button, so it will add it to the project. So here we already done this. If you go to login form, here you can see that username is a label and here is a text box, password and the corresponding text box. When you click OK, so here is we return the code to check whether the particular user is present or not. Right, so we first check for the connection state. Connection is connection object, so that is declared in the module. So here you can see that public connection as SQL connection. So CYNN is a SQL connection type. So here is the connection string. It should connect to the SQL server, and here is the database name, iTax employee data. So here is the iTax employee data, and if you don't know like how to get the connection string, so first you connect to the data connections. There it's already linked here. Then if you go to connection string here, you will have a connection string. You need to copy this and then you have to paste it here. This is the connection string. So once you have a connection string, we can use that connection string. We can say connection.open. You'll open the connection. Then we'll go to this particular table to check whether this particular user is present or not. Now what are the user ID password you enter? We'll go to this particular table. There it will be checked whether this particular user ID present or not. If it is present, that means D1 has rows. So D1 is a SQL data reader. So the data reader will hold the data. Whatever the data comes from this query will be held by this D1. If D1 has rows means there is a record, then we'll show the MDA form. If not, then we'll show the message box to check whether this record is, username password is not correct. So therefore we'll ask them to enter the correct username and password. So if it is correct, we'll take to the MDA parent. So here is RI MDI. So here is the MDA form. So here is the main entries. You can enter the qualifications, you can enter the designation, we can enter the department details here. So for example, if you say qualifications, here is the qualification form, right? So here we have two columns. One is the qualification name and what is that qualification is all about, that you need to write down here. And then once you enter in the data and if you click the save button, so it will take to the save record here. So first we need to check whether the record is enter or not. Like now if text box 1.text is equal to empty, means you are not entered anything. That time the message box will appear on screen, please enter the necessary details, and exits up will not allow to save. That is the main idea here. So this is actually what we call the validation, okay, text input validation to check whether there is a data or not. Okay, if the data is present, then we'll check whether this particular name is already present in the qualification table. So this name is already present or not. If it is already present, there is no point entering the same record again. Therefore, we will give the message this record is already present in the database. So therefore, you are not supposed to enter the same data again. Exits up, so will not be continue the coding. So then, if not, okay, so if not present, then we will go to insert the data. So here is the code to insert the data. Right. So now let us look at let me run the project. Then you know like how the whole project works. So to run the project, click start. So here is a welcome screen. You can see that this is a recent picture we made and we are using the same picture. Here is the login. So you enter the login ID and the password. That is admin. So it logs in here. Now if you go to qualification details, this form will appear. Okay. So you can easily change the background color. We can add up some more pictures here. We can change the button size. We can change the background color of the buttons. So all is simple steps. Okay. So now we have BCA. Then you can say MCA. You can write Master of Computer Applications. Right. So save this. So record is saved. This is the data grid view. So whatever the data is saved, it will be displayed in the data grid view. If you want to modify something, you can click on this text. That text will come back again to the text box. Modify and delete buttons are enabled. Now therefore you can able to modify or you can able to delete it. So same way there is a destinations. What are the different destinations is provided over here. Next is department details. What are the departments in that company or college? Okay. So here you take it as the ABC college. So therefore you can use for the college. So in college, what are the departments? You can enter all the department name. Next, employee basic details. So here is the basic details. their address, their short name, male or female, all these details we can enter via employee basic details. Here is employee salary details. This is what important. So this is the basic based on DA, HRA, CCA, conveyance, others, and the total salary is 40,500. In this, you need to deduct the PF, and there is no ESI. If there is an insurance, we can deduct the insurance. Now you can see that 2050 is the TDS. So based on this salary, it comes on the second slab. Therefore, the corresponding value will be calculated, and the TDS is comes to 2050, and total deductions is shown here, and then what are the deductions we need to do, that is there in the final salary. Right. So based on this, we can generate the salary. Here are the employees. So how many days they have worked? Okay. So here you can see that 30, and if they have worked only 15 days, then you can write on 15. Then you can save the data. Record is saved. Now the attendance is done. Based on that, we can generate the salary. So now you can see that salary is generated. If below the income tax level, then TDS will not come. So this is a taxable amount. Therefore, TDS is coming here. Now based on that, we have employee list. We'll show the employee list. Salary detail list. So here is a salary detail list. Salary paid, if it is paid, then it show that one. TDS details. So for the particular employee or all employee, we can able to see. So what are the TDS deducted, that will be shown here. So here is the income tax report for all. So we deducted only from this particular employee. It shows that what is the total amount deducted. So these are things will be covered in this particular project. So if you want to know anything more, so please write it in the comment box. Let us know. And if you wish to buy this project, please contact us. So right. And here you can see there is a function called as a check number. Check number function is to check whether what are the data you enter is a number or not. For example, when you are entering the details, like if you go to employee salary, so here you should enter only numbers. Okay, you're not supposed to enter the characters. In this case, we can write this function in the key press event. So this is the text box one. If you go to events, then you have to select the key press event. So in a key press event, we can call this function. So what you call as a check num. So how to do this? So you need to write the code here, e.keychar. So keychar is the character whatever you entered, and then so check num. So this is a check num e.keychar. So what we do here is, whatever the key you pressed, it will be sent to the check number function. So it will come to check number function here. So if you check number, that is ASCII value of this is 8, that is a backspace, then we don't want to do anything, we'll exit the function. So therefore, what are the last entry done, so that will be removed. If is less than 46, if the ASCII value is less than 46 or ASCII value is greater than 57, then there is not a character, there is not a number. Therefore, we know that is not a number, then we'll give the message, please enter number only. So let me show you like how it works. So employee salary details here, if I enter A, so you can see that please enter number only. So that will not take, okay. So you need to enter 1, 2, 3, 4, okay fine. So when you say backspace, it is deleted. But if you type some letter, it will not take. Therefore the function is ready. Wherever you want to enter only numbers, you can use that function and then we can implement it. And to change the background color, so you need to select the form, for example login form. So here we want to change the background color. So you have to go to properties here. Then in the properties there is a background, there is a back color. So to select the back color and then you have to put the color, like what color you want. So now if you run this, the color is changed for the particular form. That is a login form. Okay, so color can be changed easily. So This way you can do it one by one and then you need to complete the project. So let me know if you have any doubts. Fine. Thank you for watching.